Sorry about that. Of course you walk up. If it gets detected, why can't they just avoid it like they do with the fire on the ground and poison? I really don't understand that. I think that's everything. Apparently the key don't work there. I wonder why that pinged too. I haven't searched that yet. Dang it, I did not mean to click on that. Interesting. No idea on that stuff yet. Oh wait, can I use the metal ore in there? Maybe? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't find it. Steel bar. I thought I picked up like raw iron. Where is it? So that does turn into something. There's the nuggets. Blacksmithing, okay. Not crafting, it's blacksmithing. Well, even that. Okay. Good to know. Okay, let's see. Find that white-haired chick the rat talked about that the Jack guy was running off with.
I'll thank you to leave me be, you old bat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to her? Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
Sightseeing isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Okay.
A source hunter? I'd like to report some dark magic. Only tainted hearts could tip as miserably as this lot.
So you're a waitress right now?
Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, personally. Seen every character you can imagine, from bums to wizards, passed through these doors for a pint and a place to rest.
Your pockets.
Were you here the night Jake's murder?
I think I'm one of the last folks to hear him alive. That awful scream has been ringing in my ears ever since. And with the room where it all happened still under quarantine, we've a constant reminder of exactly what happened. Though that's the question, isn't it? What exactly did happen? We all thought it was Esmeralda who checked into that room, and the Duke that followed her in.
Have you ever had the fortune of
Well,
challenging the
I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out of the door when a cloaked woman rushed in right past me. I never got a good look at her, damn my eyes, but I figured the way she disappeared that she was visiting one of the lodgers. Lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back when the terrible deed took place and saw nothing more. I'm not proud to say I ducked under the counter and damn well stayed there till I heard Ivad fling that door open. But I was paralyzed with fright.
Good guy.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
Who are you?
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
Tell me about the ship you're on.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
So you were the only survivor?
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there is no one like Maxine.
About Maxine?
Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I've serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Oh, I'd be laughing so hard if Maxine's actually the wizard's cat form.
Come now, Alistair.
By all means.
Can you tell me about the orcs?
Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all.
For what?
Taking them
exactly?
People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, I do detest them. I mean, they're so unnatural, aren't they? Cats can have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1.
To that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave.
That is true.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such
I
things?
was hoping you know some, though.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you.
He's got a carrot. Tell me about yourself.
I am the Duke of Ferrell, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
Challenging the
What do you know about
Now,
Duke's
I
murder?
wonder where that cagey Baron of Ferrell has sneaked off to.
It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days.
I like her voice.
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Mortruce my regards next time you see him.
The closest I've come to my match is when I
Yeah,
linger over
look at
long
that,
while
right?
lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
I don't really need a backpack. What maybe I do for the bucks? Yeah.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Keep that. There we go.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever
Okay,
had the
maybe
fortune
not.
of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
I think I got anything in there. Good enough.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
Who'd you say you were? I don't recognize you from my academy.
You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side.
I hadn't heard of
Do
another
I seem
source
like
hunter
the sort
being
who concerns
assigned
myself
to.
with such things?
What are you doing here?
Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup.
Orcs attack your village. How did you manage to escape?
By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicil hinterlands.
What's your next plan of attack?
Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I
Okay.
seem like the
You help
sort
us
who
here,
concerns
I'll help you
myself with
back in your
such
village
things?
thereafter.
You'll be concerned.
Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
Technically, there's 4 of us.
Tell me, Alistair, have
A
you
fantastic plan! With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land.
Defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the
Nice.
sound
I
of every
like her.
orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius, shaking in his wee boots.
I don't know why there's so many empty bottles over there.
Come now, Alistair. Surely
Let's
you've met your
see
match
here.
once or twice.
I get all my stuff back.
Closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
Man, your armor sucks. So 44, 56. How much strength do you have? Just right.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that
Oh,
reward
no
money
glory
won't be
effect on her
lining your
sword?
pockets.
Oh, she's badass looking. Kinda reminds me of the girl in The Witcher 3.
Tell me,
They're all grown up.
Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! he should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
33 versus
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
86. Yeah, this is pretty OP. Oh, level 7, she's already level 3.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffron's, I dare say.
So the higher level it is, the more it takes to use. Gotcha.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Some fabulous 5. Busted. Okay, got 28 armor.
Tell me,
That's higher
Alistair,
than...
have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffron's, I dare say.
There we go.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you'd be so kind.
Okay, who are you?
How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business, and anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already.
Can you tell me about the Fabulous 5?
So you've wrangled a position in the Fabulous 5, have you? I'm fairly brimming with enthusiasm at the prospect of calling you a partner. You'd better leave me undisturbed, or my emotions might just bubble over.
Ancient and arcane
There's
secrets,
a sun.
the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
You've been sent after Ahu's insane robot, I understand. Do you imagine that while you're busy being crushed by that abomination, I'll manage to get through a whole drink, distraction-free?
Okay, you're a dick.
Ah, what have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Sicile. Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge.
I think the gold is the only thing I want off you. I don't got anything to sell now, though. Oh, actually, I do. Didn't I have some more plates? I guess not. Guess I already sold them. Just too much weight.
And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? Well, you're exactly the person I've been searching for.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
I am Anna, jewel in the crown that is the Fabulous Five. I've cut 1,000 throats, and baked 1,000 bread rolls, stolen the crown jewels of the Queen of Errata, and, with my pockets full, helped her reach enlightenment. When the day comes that I die, the gods will evacuate the heavens to make space for my formidable collection of designer slippers.
Oh my gosh, she is full of it.
I contain multitudes, you see, and I am utterly replete. Except that, much to my dismay, I had as yet to find the companion to whom my heart so clearly calls.
Sure.
But then, Source Hunter, you wandered into this tavern, and I am most certain that that companion is you.
You're searching for something?
That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component? Like if you could only fill a certain void, could connect with the right body, the right spirit. Together you could uncover new and thrilling vistas. I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source Hunter. Come, if ever we are to be united, we must truly entwine our fates. We must link our causes forevermore. Yes, you must join the Fabulous Five right away, as soon as time permits. Together, as a team, we'll explore the boundless realm before us. We'll uncover fate, inch by
Pyramid
inch.
scheme, unfortunately agreed to.
So you've joined up. You've sworn to share in our adversity and our bounty alike. Oh, you've made my heart soar. I can finally offer you our finest adventuring equipment at fantastic in-house rates. Come now, let's trade. Well, you must be thrilled to find yourself a member of a team so widely renowned for its valor and skill. And you must be even more curious about how you yourself can suit up to face such enemies as a member of the Fabulous Five must face. Well, never fear. I have everything you need. Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. Who can remember who said what after all this time?
Such a
What
con
matters
artist.
is the here and now. And in this moment, I promise to give you the best deals on adventuring equipment you'll find in all Sicile. Well, you are a member of the eminent Fabulous Five, after all. I hear you've been tasked with taking out that crazed robot in the northern cave. I'm sure you'd like to equip yourself with the finest possible accoutrement, wouldn't you? Come, come, I have everything you need. Come now, Alistair.
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time.
Tell me more about the Fabulous Five.
Well, well, you're far from my caliber, but who isn't? It's good you're eager, but let me give you a word of warning. Aim for my spot, and your career in the Fabulous Five will meet a most unsavory end. What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of Alistair the Almighty? Why, I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the Distis. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too, just in case. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. 3 years running.
About my assignment?
Ah, you'll be dealing with Ahu's little abomination, will you? I'd go myself, but I'd fear I'd end the fight before anyone else got in their licks. If I don't leave a few crumbs for the newbies once in a while, they'll accuse me of stealing the spotlight, you see. Those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time. Though I suppose I'll step in if none of the recruits manage to prove adept enough to handle a few skeletons.
Yeah, it's full of crap.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while.
Hey, well, let's see.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
The name's Ivad. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've been offering the weary travellers of Sicile drink and rest for nearly 2 decades now, but the King Crab's older than that by a long shot. All you see before you is the manifestation of my great-grandpappy Horatius Dungeness's noble vision. Beer and naps for everyone. No questions asked.
How's business around here?
Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow since the, incident. But with spirits high and liquor flowing like it is tonight, it seems the crab may just come out of that pinch.
What do you know about Jake's murder?
Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business, you know.
Tell me about the night of the murder?
That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman. Though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the business of asking many questions, if you know what I mean. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. Figured this were just more at same. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, standard practice for Mrs. Counsellor and her visitors. I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete, bleary-eyed and awash in fright. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead, surrounded by what may as well have been a battlefield. Whoever done it has escaped through the window, but I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that.
You suspect anybody?
Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened, I wonder if that weren't a grave mistake. Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
Myself with such
Okay.
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lying.
Bladorix! That! Ha! Quite under my spell, aren't you? Yes, my enfriending charm never fails.
Okay.
Me? You mean you don't recognize me? Well, you must live under a very large, very heavy rock, for I'm the finest wizard in Rivellon.
So far, everybody's said that.
Fortune
Strange, I've never heard of you myself.
Yes, that is strange. Strange indeed. But it's a strange world we live in, isn't it? A strange and magical world, full of wonders and regionis regentum.
And what was that supposed to accomplish?
Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out indeed. If I'm as good as they say I am, you'll have sprouted a pair of long purple ears in the next hour. Ah, how I do love a tasty aubergine in summertime.
Oh, that guy's interesting.
I've come to my matches when I linger overlong while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation?
What revelation do you mean exactly?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Tell me more about this conduit.
She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess.
What do you mean by one way?
Ah, for this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way.
Tell me more about yourself.
What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring. Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
He's probably one of those dudes who's gonna jump off a cliff. Listen, why is there that mass of spider webs or garbage? Ooh.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit approval.
I gotta see the captain. What's upstairs?
Seal. Now that's a sad story. Elegant homes burned for fuel, oaken cupboards emptied, and ladies dragging the dregs of their great skirts to bargain for fish bones.
What the heck was that?
Oh, thank heavens. Maybe now you can learn something useful, like how to wash your underthings.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Ah, you have come, yes. That is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play!
Huh? What is with this guy? About the assistance you asked for me?
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now. Darkness, darling. Hush, hush, and listen to my tale.
The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more. All undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazuldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last.
So my target would be Victoria, a girl orc?
Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand,
the heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks. The orcs of Gazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh yes, by the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Man-Eater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature, one of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumoured womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow. Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsucker, give me my revenge! My name is Eglandir Twil Salanar, elf of the House of Gandavum, the slaughtered House of Gandavum. But by the twin blades of the Shadow Vixen, I shall have my revenge. The walls of memory are stained with blood, and I would see them bloodier still.
Okay, that's a little too serious.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
Right.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
Indeed. Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past. And yet she's on a, let's call him, eccentrics hit list.
Soon the last will be beaten.
What is this trick?
Like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Actually, I kind of want to get speed up. Increase number of moves per battle.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Okay, yes, you are nuts. Nuttier than a fruitcake. I guess we'll go with intelligence.
The hunters go a-stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all in blood!
I think charisma?
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Bold. Okay. So that's why everybody's got leadership now.
The hunters go a-stalking in the night. By the
that's
needles
nice.
of the million bleeder,
You
they'll
are
end
immune
it
to fear.
all! End it all in blood!
Yeah, we heard it the first time. Immune to getting cursed. Nice. Damn, those traits are pretty insane.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Ooh.
The hunters go a-stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all! End it all in blood!
Wow, that's a lot of recipes.
The hunters go a-stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all! End it all in blood!
Making them like poison stuff. Okay.
The hunters go stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all! End it all in blood!
Speed up. This melee needs it badly. Two-answer word.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Yeah, maybe I'll save for that.
The hunters go stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all! End it all in blood!
What do you got? Come back. Nice. Thought that was automatic. Just got no treats. Okay,
The
it's already
hunters
10.
go stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all in blood.
Let's see, 1 point. Save it for Hydro, probably. You don't need Charisma. Master's already up. Don't do any of that.
The hunters go stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder,
chance to
they'll
receive
end it
status
all,
by
end it all
50%.
in blood.
Just a chance of receiving a status. So there's 2 that does the exact same thing. Oh no, they're 2 separate types.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar's soul shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a creeping for you, Victoria!
I would like to switch to 1 so I have a shield. I need a 1 skill. Because unfortunately, I get this one, this requires a staff.
The hunters go stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all in blood.
Tempting, crit chance, and critical.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar's soul shredder,
And let's see if we can get one of these up.
death comes a creeping for you, Victoria!
Hey, shut up. Jeez. We heard you the first time.
Appears to be locked.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar's soul shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a creeping for you, Victoria! By the filed teeth of Sulumar's soul shredder,
Actually, how much would she
is
do?
nigh.